Hello everybody. In this video I'm going to do number 3 of chapter 16 in the accounting workbook. What I'm going to do here is we're going to use an Microsoft Excel spreadsheet to create an installment note scheduled for a note of $100,000 issued on January 1st, 2014, and the maturity is on December 31st, 2019. With a 9% quarterly payment. So here's the question here that we'll be doing, and so what we're going to do, we're going to set up a spreadsheet, and I've taken some liberty and set up some of the basics of a spreadsheet here. The major things that I want you guys to bear in mind when you're looking at this spreadsheet is that you have to have your period, your beginning balance, your interest, your notes payable, or payments, and your ending balance. Those need to be your top row. So my first period, if I go back to my example, my first period starts January 1st, 2014. That's when we bought the note. However, actually the first period or the first payment doesn't happen until March 31st. So it's all of January, all of February, all of March. So March 31st. So when I go back here, I'm gonna put 3/31 of 2014, and as you see, it automatically populates. Now, this is a quarterly note. So as it says here, quarterly interest payments. So I'm going to put it into here as quarterly. So we have March, then you got April, May, you have June, so 6/30/2014. Then you'll have August, so no, you'll have September, sorry, so that's 9/30/2014. And then you have October, November, December. So that'll be the last month, 12/31 of 2014. Now here's a great thing about Excel. So all I have to do is make the series once, and then it's 4 or 5 years. If we look back at the question, it's for January 1st, 2014 until 2019. So what I'm going to do with Excel, I'm going to make it, and if you see over beside my arrow, see how the dates are going up? See, so I can just go ahead and scroll this down till I get to December of 31st, 2019, click, and all the dates populate for me. So I don't have to do the dates. Now, what's the beginning balance? We go back to the question. The beginning balance is $100,000. So I'll go back to the spreadsheet, put in 100,000. All right. Now, the next date is going to be, the next beginning balance will be predicated on the ending balance of the prior quarter. So what I can do now is hit sum, click into that box, so it will be the sum of that ending balance, hit enter, and then bring this down so it'll automatically populate for me. And I'm done there. So now I'll go to my next box. The interest expense is, and if we go back to the question, is 9% quarterly. So the interest expense is 9% of the beginning balance. So I'm going to make an equation here. I've hit the sum. So we're going sum of the beginning balance multiplied by 0.09, which is 9%. And so we get our answer. And then I'm going to do the same thing as I did the prior cells. I'm just going to drag this down, and that way it will automatically populate. Now, the next cell is we're going to skip that notes payable amount for a second, and we're going to go straight to the payment. The payment is the principal divided by the present value annuity. Okay, so what we have is we have a 9% bond, 9% installment note, 5 years, and it's quarterly. So we know if we have a quarterly, 5 years times that by 4 quarters, we'll get 20. So we're looking for 20 periods at 9%. So if we go to a present value annuity form here, we'll see that at 9% at 20 is 9.12855. So I can take my calculator here, and we'll go 100,000, 1, 2, 3, which is the principal, divided by 9.12855, and we'll get $10,954.64. So we're going to put that in as our regular payment, $10,954.64. That's going to be our regular payment throughout the life of this bond. And there we are. So now we'll go back to that notes payable. The note payable is the payment minus the interest expense. So there's your note payable, and we can do the same thing as we did with the prior. We can pull this down, and there we are. So last but not least, ending balance. Ending balance is the sum of your beginning balance minus your note payable. And then if you take this and you pull it down, and so if you pull that down, you will see, voila, we have our Excel spreadsheet for the installment payments on the schedule. And here it is with all the calculations. So I hope this helps you, and have a great day.